Hi, and welcome to Behind the Seams, a monthly video series where our staff shares sewing tips, easy how-tos, and more. I'm your host, Lindsay Mayland. We have a great show ahead of us today covering a wide variety of topics, so we hope you enjoy it. I am so excited to share some fun products we love. It's gifting season, so if you're shopping for other quilters in your life or you're still making your own wish list, these products are fun to consider. So first are these Liberty sewing accessories. So you can replace your basic sewing supplies with those showcasing beautiful Liberty of London fabrics. So the measuring tape features a decorative fabric case. The scissors come in a protective fabric sheath, and this small zippered kit contains notions for sewing on the go, or it would make a great basic sewing kit for a beginner sewer in your life. So there are a variety of fabric choices and styles of accessories available, so you can find one that suits your personality. Next up is this adorable cross-stitch pattern from Luminous Fiber Arts. So it's called Mice on Ice pattern, and it's part of the Mousecapades 1 collection of patterns. And we just love that there are cute mice skating on an ice rink. So the pattern is available as a PDF or a printed pattern. And then once stitched, you can finish the design as an ornament, a bowl filler, or any other small decor item. I think it's so nice to have something to stitch during the holidays. If you like to send cards or notes in the mail, you can add a quilty touch with a set featuring quilt block designs. So this set is from Calissa, Georgia, and it features 4 foldable cards, and these come in 2 different designs. It comes with 4 flat cards and a 60-sheet notepad, which I think would be great for putting in your sewing room for taking notes on your projects. And of course, all the envelopes are included as well. This next product may bring back some fond memories. So this pin from Little Shop of Pins looks like a cookie tin, but it opens up to reveal a sewing kit. The maker of the pin said it was inspired by her grandmother. So this pin is 2 inches in diameter, and it can be added to a bag or as a decoration in your sewing room. And lastly, these Lego sewing kits from my girlfriend's quilt shop. So these kits come with all the pieces and directions for assembling either a modern sewing machine that even comes with a foot pedal and a woman holding scissors, or one for a vintage sewing machine. So you can gift these to children who are taking an interest in sewing, or make them yourself. I had a blast assembling these, and I think they'll look so cute in my sewing room on the shelves. We'll link to all these products in the video description in case you're interested in checking them out. For our next segment, we're sharing a little behind the scenes at a quilt retreat our staff took a few weeks ago. We hope you enjoy seeing the retreat space and what our staff was working on. A few weeks ago, our staff went on a 3-day quilt retreat at Prairie Point of Pella. It's a 1-year-old retreat center in Pella, Iowa, just about an hour drive from our offices. The retreat center is right in the heart of town. It was just a short walk from the town square. It had lots of cute shops and restaurants in the area. And Pella is actually a historical town. They're known for their Dutch heritage, their tulip festival, their windmill, and they have the most delicious Dutch pastries. While we were there, the whole town was decorated for Christmas. We all felt like we were in a Hallmark movie. And although it was a little snowy and it was so cold, we were able to walk around a little, enjoying the sights and the tastes. The retreat space includes a home, and then it has a garage that's converted into the sewing space. The house sleeps 12 people. It has 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. And also had a large kitchen and dining room. It had a living area with a television. There was free Wi-Fi. We were there From Friday through Sunday, we cooked all of our own meals while we were there so that we could really maximize our sewing time. Although we all did agree that we needed to come back in summer when it was warmer so that we could enjoy the town a little more and walk around and go out to some of the restaurants. And the retreat space, the sewing space, also fit 12 people. And it was great. It had so many outlets everywhere. There was extension cords, lights on each table, a cutting table, 2 ironing boards, and it also had like a sink, a fridge, and a little wet bar area to put snacks and drinks. We were lucky that we only had 5 people at our retreat, so it felt kind of like a luxury to have multiple tables for each of us to spread out on. Just so nice to relax in each other's company. And it was actually crazy how much each of us got done. I don't think we were all expecting to have so much time to, sew. Hi, I'm Lindsay, and I got a lot of machine quilting done on this. So I did finish machine quilting our seasonal sampler quilt, and I got binding ready, and then I finished quilting our scrap happy quilt with binding, so I will be ready to hand bind these while I'm watching my Hallmark movies this winter. I also made this cute snowman pillow. This was a free pattern from Pen and Paper. And then I made a Halloween table topper, which I meant to make for this last Halloween, but I was late, so I'm early for next Halloween.
Hi, I'm Doris. This weekend I worked on a couple of Christmas projects. They're still in the works. Actually, this one still needs to be cut, but my apron that I'm finishing up, I made a color option for our April 2023 issue, binding for that project and backing, binding for another color option we're working on, and then I finished up this baby quilt, which is a version of Fall's Finery by Andy Knowlton from our October 2021 issue.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. This weekend at the retreat, I was kind of productive, but mostly had a lot of fun. I put the binding on this Christmas quilt, and I can't wait to sit around tonight in front of a fun movie and just add this binding on. And then back around the design wall, I've been working on a baby quilt for a friend, and I've started playing around with color placement of everything, and the baby's not due until Easter, so I have lots of time to finish it.
Hi, I'm Beth, and here's what I got done this weekend at our retreat. So I'm really excited that I was able to quilt this quilt. I've had this sitting around for about a year needing to be finished. So this is the Kisses quilt by So Can She, and that's a free pattern. And then I also finished most of this top. I still have to add my borders to this fun pattern by Corey Yoder for fall, and I'm so excited about this one. I prepped some binding for my seasonal sampler quilt, which needs to be quilted as well. And then this is a project that my grandma had cross-stitched all these blocks, and somehow we ended up with them. And so my mom and I wanted to put this into a quilt. So I just did some simple sashing and added some cornerstones and a border and finished this up. And so I'm so excited to get this finished and then gift this back to her.
Hi, I'm Allison. This weekend I finished this quilt top, which is a bright new day from our 2021 block of the month. And then I have sewed all these bear paw blocks from the Tiny Tracks pattern in APQ October 22.
I'm Beth with American Patchwork and Quilting, and welcome to another tips video for our Blast from the Past Mystery Sampler. American Patchwork and Quilting is turning 30 in 2023, and we're counting down to our anniversary with this mystery sampler featuring 30 blocks, one from each year of our history. This month we're releasing 2 blocks, blocks 19 and 20, and these are both really simple blocks, so today I'm giving tips for making simple blocks pop. My favorite way to add interest to simple blocks is by fussy cutting. So on our spool block, we have a 4.5-inch square in the center that we can use to feature a fun print, or we've got this adorable quote panel from this collection. It's called Songbook, A New Page by Fancy That Design Co. for Moda Fabrics. And I just love these uplifting quotes. So cute with the typography. So I want to see which one of these will fit best in the space that I have. So I made this little viewing window and I just cut out my finished size center square, so that's 4 inches, out of this manila folder. And then that way I can look and see which one is going to fit and what portions of the design I can feature. So you can see this one does not fit as well. You're going to cut off some of the text, so we don't want to use that one. So once I decide which one I would like and I've got it centered where I would like the design, then I just mark the corners with a pencil and then cut it out. Now, because I used the finished size, I will have to cut that out a 1/4 inch away from those marks just to have that full size piece. And you can do this the opposite way too if you want to cut your actual cut size in the viewing window. It's just personal preference. But that really helps me know exactly what I'm going to get in my block. Another thing you can try is playing a little bit with the color placement. So here is our spool block, here's the original, but I thought this also could look like a beveled frame. So for the quote, I thought that would look really nice framed out. So I grabbed a couple of solids from the Crossweave collection, also by Moda Fabrics, and I grabbed 2 colors that were very similar. So I think that looks like a frame and just gives it a little bit of dimension, but a totally different look. So you can also do that with the other block as well. So here I just reversed the color and background portion so you can get kind of this ring and then also kind of this apple core look. So that's a fun way to kind of adjust that if you aren't a big fan of any of the blocks, see what else you can do with them. Another fun idea is to add a little bit of embellishment. I thought adding a little stitching to this thread spool would be a great way to give it a little bit more dimension. If you are going to do this, we'd recommend using some stabilizer. It can help prevent puckers on your fabric, especially when you're using a real dense stitching. This one's not too bad, but definitely does still have some puckering. So adding a little bit of stabilizer to the back will just help prevent that. I'm adding a serpentine stitch across the center of the spool and then going a little bit off to just give it that loose thread effect. Another way to embellish your blocks is by using applique. So I have my AccuQuilt Go Me die cut machine and this really cute flower shapes die, and I thought this heart would be very fun on the ring block. And I like to use a fusible on the back of my shapes before I cut them out. So I've ironed this on, and you just want to make sure you're picking the correct product for what you're going to do with it. So if you're going to finish your applique shape by sewing, you want the Heat and Bond Light in the purple package. This is for sewing. And then if you don't want to sew that, you just want to iron it on and leave it that way, then you want the Ultra Hold in the red package. This is no sew. So I like the Ultra Hold. So I've got that on. I'm going to put it over my little heart there and then send this through my die cut machine. Got some bonus shapes there, but then you have your little heart, and just peel off the paper backing and then you can iron this where you would like it on your block. So here are my 2 completed blocks along with more of this gorgeous collection that I was sewing with today. Again, it's called Songbook, A New Page by Fancy That Design House & Co. for Moda Fabrics.
Hi, I'm Lindsay with American Patchwork and Quilting. Although I always have good intentions to make handmade gifts for everyone for the holidays, that doesn't always work out. But I do like to add some fabric accents to my gift wrapping each year for a special touch. Today, I want to show you how to turn fabric into a woven ribbon accent on top of a gift box.
For this project, you'll need double-sided carpet tape, cute holiday fabrics, a scissors, rotary cutter, and acrylic ruler.
So first, I want to share how to add the carpet tape to the fabric. So this fabric is so cute. We love using ones that have like stripes or different patterns like this fabric does because it makes it easy to turn them into ribbons. So I'm going to flip this so the wrong side is up and choose the area I want to add the tape to. So now I have my carpet tape. I'm just going to stick it on probably these trees. So So I'm just gonna center it. I'm gonna make sure the fabric is smooth as I'm putting it down. And then cut when I get to the end. Okay, we'll smooth it in place. And then I'm just going to use a rotary cutter and my ruler to just trim it into a strip. And you want to make sure you're using an old rotary cutter blade because it's going to get sticky. You don't want to mess up your most used rotary cutter. Okay. Trim it. And I want this one to go the width of the tree, so I'm not going to cut very much off, but you could do this in any width you want to get the design you want. So I've cut out a few more pieces of our fabric ribbon and they're all backed with that carpet tape on the back. And then I just have a simple plain gift box that we're going to dress up. So you want to remove the lid and we're only going to decorate the lid, and that means it can be reused year after year. So first you kind of want to test your placement of all your ribbon. I like things kind of offset like that because then there's room for a label over here if I need it. And then once you're set with how you want things, you're going to peel off part of that carpet tape on the back, just enough that it will go down the side of the lid and fold over onto the back. So maybe for this box, about that much. And then cut off the paper backing, get it in place again, pull it down, push it over to the side, and then I'll do the same thing with the other side. So once I have all my horizontal strips taped down and secured, I can start weaving. So I'm gonna go under, over here, and over, under here. And once I get that in place, I'll secure the sides just like I did before. We hope you give this technique a try. It's a fun way to showcase your favorite holiday fabrics. And that's it for today's show. Thanks to everyone who watched. We really hope you enjoyed it. And we know we talked through a lot of things today, so in the video description, you can find a link where we will list all the patterns, products, resources, and more. So make sure to check that out. We'll see you next month.